afternoon, and welcome to the final press conference for the Boxer Betfred Fight Night. Adam AZIM versus Steve Claggett. Welcome to a very hot box park in Wembley. If anyone's got a cold drink, please pass it up to the front. There's a few of us here dying of thirst. Saturday's show, sensational card. 3 title fights supporting one of the hottest prospects in world boxing, facing the toughest test of his career so far. Live and exclusive on BBC Two and BBC iPlayer here in the UK. All done by Boxer in association with our partners, Betfred, Riyadh Season, Pepe's, Piri, That Prize Guy, Tixer, and Champion. As I say, we've got a star-studded lineup for this main event and supporting card. Delighted that many of those protagonists and their coaches join us on the 2 tables you see today. To quickly run through the lineup: Egil Elazaj, Don Charles, Tunde Ajay, Jürgen Oldedaj, Joel Kodua, Austin Namandi, Will Harrison, Sean O'Hagan, and on this top table, Bradley Skeet with Francesca Hennessy, Shane McGuigan with Adam AZIM, Ben Shaw, of course, the promoter to my right, and then on the left, Steve Claggett with his coach Mike Moffa, and Aurora De Percio with a translator at the end. Also, welcome everybody, welcome to London. Thank you for bringing the weather with you. Before we hear from the fighters, let's hear from the promoters, shall we? Because this is a hell of a main event. A huge fight in the career of Adam AZIM, live and exclusive on BBC Two. And he's going to have to produce, Ben, the biggest performance of his career so far.
It is. It's the biggest performance in front of the biggest audience. It's great to be back at Wembley Arena. Wembley has been a home to Adam for a lot of his career. But this is the biggest fight. This is the one before we believe he'll fight for his world title. This is his toughest test today. This is a guy in great form, coming off 2 knockout wins, who's got a lot more experience than Adam, and he's going to really stick it on him. We're in for a great fight. I first want to thank Betfred. This is the first Betfred fight night that we've done. It's a huge night for them on May the 30th on BBC. The first boxing event, I think, since the BBC, where we've not clashed with another major show. We're expecting 1.5 million people to tune in to Saturday night. It's a huge card. It's got title fights right from the bottom to the top, and yeah, a major moment for us on a great day of sport with the Super League final, the Betfred Super League final at Wembley Stadium, then the Champions League final, which you can watch in here at 5 o'clock, and then the Betfred Fight Night live on BBC. It's a big night of sport.
This is a stacked undercard as well, of course. Fran, every UK boxing fan's favourite fighter at the moment. She leads an undercard of 3 title fights. What can we expect from the people on these top tables?
Look, it's a big night for a lot of them. There's the IBO title against Jürgen. Jürgen takes on Nandi, who's just coming off a win against Colin Johnson, a big IBO world title fight in that. Joel in a big fight against Will Harrison. I was just speaking to Sean O'Hagan. People remember him from Josh Warrington, and he's telling me Will Harrison is here to win on Saturday night in a great English title fight against Joel, who has just got better and better and better, with Tunde in his corner, and then Fran Hennessy, who is now mandatory for the WBC world title, on track to become the fastest ever fighter to undisputed. That's what we want. That's why we're here. Aurora De Percio deserves huge credit. She was due to fight for a European title. She's jumped in. Fran deserves credit for taking a challenge like this. De Percio has beaten every fighter that she's been in with. So a massive night for Fran after headlining for the first time. And then of course Adam AZIM, who has to win, who has the opportunity to put on a massive statement if he could stop Steve Claggett. No one stops Steve Claggett, and we believe he becomes a world champion this year, and it doesn't happen without a win on Saturday night. So a big night for all of the guys up here.
This is Boxer's 5th event now with the BBC. How important is it for the strength of the sport to have boxing on free-to-air terrestrial television?
Look, I never thought it was possible, and thank you to the BBC for making it possible. it's taken a long time, and it's taken a lot of support, it's taken a lot of partnerships with Betfred and Riyadh season, but importantly, BBC backing this sport. You know, there's a lot of British boxing at the moment, a lot of pay TV partners, a lot of streamers, but ultimately the long-term health of the sport is based on the platforms that are in it. We believe we have the opportunity to create household names, and this sport needs household names. And that's the opportunity that's provided. So long may it continue. Thank you to them, and it's only the beginning.
And to your critics who said you wouldn't be able to deliver for the BBC, you've got British, Commonwealth, European, unified world title fights, and now you're delivering one of the hottest prospects of world boxing as well.
Yeah, listen, it's, look, to be honest, would I have believed that it could work on the BBC after 20, 25 years out of the sport, with all the money that's now in boxing? Probably not, but it's testament to the hard work that's gone into boxing, testament to the fighters, and testament where boxing's at right now. And yeah, 1.5 million people I expect to tune in on Saturday night. That's healthy for us, it's healthy for the fighters, but for the sport, it's absolutely phenomenal. And to have the national broadcaster in, and we're producing title fight after title fight, it's a big moment, but as I say, it's very much the start.
Okay, we've heard from the promoter. Let's hear from some of the fighters, shall we? And let's start with that absolutely mouth-watering English welterweight title fight. Joel Kadua versus Will Harrison, along with their coaches, Tunde and Sean, on the table in front of me. JFK is the defending champion, sir. I'll start with you. This is your third time fighting on the BBC now. Your first defence of this crown. What can this London crowd expect?
First and foremost, I want to thank God. I want to thank everyone for coming out, and what to expect: some fireworks, some smiles, some laughs, and some more pizzazz. You're going to see a display of boxing.
Will, you're known for your colourful hairstyles and your all-out action style. What have you got planned for us on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, it's great to be involved in a big event. You know, 10 fights in.
Just jump on that microphone, Will. Good luck.
10 fights in, four main events, 4 10-round title fights. So we're no stranger to tough fights, big fights early in the career. So, you know, Joe's a good fighter and good champion. So we're expecting a tough, you know, exciting fight for everybody tuning in. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Sean, your man is known as the Willy Whacker, but he's all business once he gets inside the ring. 10 fights on the small hall, apprenticeship done now. Why take this opportunity?
I think it was a fantastic opportunity to fight on a big stage, especially boxing now back on terrestrial TV. I think Will's ready now. It's probably the right stage of his career to take this step up. I mean, Joel's a good fighter. We know that his outfit, a very, very good outfit. But every time Will gets the opportunity to step up and shine, he seems to do that. And there's one thing for sure, that on fight night, the winners are going to be spectators, because it's going to be one hell of a fight.
You yourself, you've worked with world champions. How good is Will? How far can he go?
Well, to be honest with you, I think Will's as good as any lads that have had that have won world titles. I mean, we've had 3 world titles, we've had a few English, British, Commonwealth, Europeans. I think he stands alongside all of them, to be honest with you. I mean, you've got to remember, all them lads that have won world titles, they weren't expected to. He's coming through at about the same pace as they are.
Tunde, come to you. Obviously, in Joel's corner, as always, on Saturday. We've seen his silky skills, but we've also seen him curl his toes into the canvas and engage in a bit of a war. Would that be the wrong tactics on Saturday, to engage the Willy Whacker in a war?
Well, first and foremost, I said it in Saudi, and I'm saying it again here in Wembley. God is the greatest. Before I say that, before I go further, I have to say the man to my right, Don Charles. This is amazing, and one of the reasons why I always make reference to God. Me and Don started same time. I remember Don in the corner bringing you up with Grant Ski Hill. Remember that, Don? And then Don in turn putting me in my first ever world title with Derek Chisora against Vladimir Klitschko, or was it Vitaly? Vitaly Klitschko. It's so long ago. So it's an honor really I think it's the first time ever we've shared a stage together. Yet, just like the previous fight in Riyadh, myself and Bill Haney, Devin Haney's dad, we come up together as well from the scratch. And this is all just a blessing. I'm so thankful and grateful to be here on this stage. But let's move forward to the fight. This is going to be a good one. I respect Sean and what he's done with his son and their team so highly. You know, as a world-class trainer. And I don't expect Will to come with anything less than giving his best. Whereas Joe's concerned, sometimes I have to stop Joe from fighting because this guy has got so much boxing skill. It's really belies his experience. The guy's had 11 fights, already fought 2 unbeaten champions in their backyard. Stop both of them in truth. One of them, Will Harrison, has fought twice in Joe Garside. So I've watched those fights, I've studied those fights, and yeah, I know this young man has a lot of heart, a lot of tenacity. But Joe Kadua, to me, he's not even a secret no more. He's just someone that continues to get better and better with each training camp. And we'll see, as Sean said, Saturday night the best man will win. And I believe that man is absolutely the man sitting to my left, Joe Kadua.
Will, you seem to enjoy being the away fighter. You've had all your success on the road. Do you enjoy being the heel?
Yeah, absolutely. That's sort of what we do, you know. You're listening to how Josh came up, Maxie came up, and you understand that the mics are out stadiums now, but they came up, going on the away corner, turning up, handling business. So that's sort of how I'm building myself as a fighter, and that's what I enjoy doing. You know, I enjoy getting booed, I enjoy people hating, but it's good because, you know, they all end up fans in the end.
And last word to you, Joel. You've probably seen the tape, you've heard what they've said today, and don't have to go looking for Will on Saturday night, but is that going to play into your hands?
I don't know, it depends how I feel when I wake up. If I want to fight, I'll fight. If I want to box, I'll box. It just depends on my mood when I wake up, I'll be honest with you.
Superb. Let's move on to the IBO Cruiserweight title fight. We do have a change of opponents in that fight, but boy, let me tell you, it's some change of opponents. Jürgen Olderdage versus Austin and Mandy, with Coach Don Charles as well, with Jürgen there over on the far end. I'll start with you, Jürgen. American Musin Kasson pulled from the fight earlier this week. I guess there was frustration immediately, but now you've got to regain your focus and get the job in hand done.
You know, it's nothing new for me. This happened before, happened again. I thank my opponent Austin for the fight. He accepted the fight. We have to step in the ring and do the job. It's gonna be a great fight, I think. It's gonna be a great title defense for me. I know he's ready, he looks ready, and yeah, looking forward to Saturday night.
Austin, you have got this opportunity at late notice, but you do come in after the biggest win of your career when you dropped and you retired. Callum Johnson, the former world title contender, that was just last month as well. Is this your reward?
Sorry, the last line again.
Is this your reward for that performance against
My
Callum
reward?
Johnson?
Well, yeah, we might as well call it, yes, a reward. It's definitely a reward, but yeah, definitely I want to give thanks, you know, to the guys that made it happen. That's Mr. Ben Shalom, Boxer, my manager, Matt Dunlop. Yeah, they played a big role to get me the fight at the last minute. After the start of the week, we didn't have anything like this in mind. But, you know, like my manager and my coach always try their best to do to keep me ready. I stay in shape, I stay in form. So this would be a reward, and it would be a reward that is well due.
Don, can I bring you in, please? Can you just talk really about the danger of bringing in a late notice guy this close to such a big fight, especially one coming off the kind of performance that Austin's just had?
Yeah, good afternoon to everyone who's attended this press conference. I want to also take this opportunity to thank Ben Shalom and the BBC. As you know, historically, Chris Eubanks and Nigel Ben made their name from appearing on terrestrial television. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity, Benchlam again and the BBC. For my fight here, the best kept secret in world boxing, Jürgen Obergar, the cruiserweight IBO champion. We are here. As you know, our first opponent had pulled out late notice, and I have to, like Jürgen said earlier, to thank Austin for taking this opportunity. This is Austin's world, an opportunity to challenge for a world title, yeah, which we're totally aware of leg replacement. My fighter is very versatile. For any eventuality, he's a universal soldier, universal boxer. He will face any opponent, any style, at any moment, at any place.
You've also got your heavyweight eagle, Elazaj, here on the front table. This is a guy with a huge following as well down here in London. Talk to us about his potential, please, Don.
So is that directed to me?
Yes, please. Just talk to us about his potential, please.
As the heavyweight to my left, as I've known for the last 6 years, from when he was an amateur, my dear colleague Tracy Xavier Miller, and I've been very instrumental in his development. And I've made a prediction, didn't I, Ez? I said, watch this kid. He's going to do things, okay? And he's making his family proud, his country proud. He certainly made me proud, because my prediction, I don't usually get it wrong.
Eagle, I'll bring you in for a quick comment, if you don't mind. You made a statement in January, defeating a very tricky Will Ho, who is in good form. What are your hopes and aspirations for the rest of this year?
I want to get a few more fights in by the end of the year. Just keep developing, man. I want to be the guy by the end of the year.
Yourself and Jürgen got a big following in London as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Albanians show up. A lot of friends and family when it comes to the fight. Thank you very much to them as well. It's going to be an exciting night of boxing.
And Austin and Jürgen, if I can just finish with you. Austin, you know, it's not just the performance against Callum Johnson. You've been in with Vidal Riley on your debut. In fact, you've been in with Pat Brown. You've got plenty of experience. Never done 12, though. Is that concerning coming into a title fight so late? Have you got it in the tank?
Well, I guess you're trying to question if I'm ready for a 12 rounder, yeah?
Just any concerns there?
No concerns at all. You know, I mean, like you said, so, you know, I'm not new to this. I'm new to 12 rounds, but I'm not new to being in there, you know, with warriors like him. You know, I've seen how he grew as well. I mean, we have quite similar records. He's got about 20 fights, I think. I've got about 20. You know, I mean, all my opponents are real opponents. You know, I get in there and I do the digging, I do the dirty work, and, you know, I've been blessed with 11 knockouts and 14 wins. So, you know, it's not, you know, it's nothing new to me. I'm coming, you know, to do my best, you know, and to give my best out there, and hopefully I'm getting that world title back.
And Jürgen, I'll finish with you. We have a huge Albanian community down here in London. Are you expecting them to make plenty of noise on Saturday night?
You know, I love my supporters. They never let me down. They always show up, so they're going to do the same on Saturday night, so I'm very excited.
Okay, let's move on to the chief support, the WBC Silver Bantamweight title fight. Manchester Hennessy versus Aurora Imperial. Bradley Skeet up here as well, alongside Fran. Before we go to the fighters, Ben, I need to ask you, two 21-year-olds from Europe, massive talents, almost identical records, former amateur youth stars, now playing a trade in the pro game. This is matchmaking at its best.
It's madness as well, because if you'd have said to me 3 or 4 years ago we'd have 21-year-olds in women's boxing at the very top level, I wouldn't have believed you. I think it's phenomenal at the age that they're doing it at. As I say, for me, Fran's going to go on to very, very special things, but equally, the Persia, I've heard a hell of a lot. And to come back, she's been the only fighter that ever beat her. She went back, she saw that right, wrong, and won that fight. And when she got offered this fight, you know, it's been hard matching Fran, because there's a lot of fighters, Shannon Courtney included, who just won't go near her. For the Persia, with 21 years old, to go, yeah, I'm going to get in with Fran Hennessy, one of the most talented fighters in the division, without even hesitating, shows what type of fight this is going to be. It's a big fight for the card, but it's a major moment in Fran's career. I truly believe she unify the whole division, but Aurora is standing in the way.
Fran, there's not many 21-year-olds that can step up, headline, live on the BBC, like you did in January, and not panic. What's the secret?
Do you know what? It's just, I feel like, I've been around the boxing game my whole life, and I've been in the changing rooms when other people headlining, when other people were doing it, and I feel like it just kind of felt meant to be when I did it. But yeah, I had to learn a lot about myself. I had to learn how to control the nerves, how to feel being a headliner, I had to learn a lot about myself, and I'm glad I've experienced that. I've learned so much, and I just feel like a lot more mature, great version of myself.
So you should be. You got a great fight that night with Ali Boutel. Are you expecting another war on Saturday?
No, I'm not expecting a war because I'm not making a war happen. Is how I feel. But Aurora's a great fighter, and she's very, very good. I respect her, but yeah, no, I'm not going in there to have a war and do her fight. I'm going in there to do my fight. Box when I want to box and fight when I want to fight.
Aurora, you are the current Italian flyweight champion. Do you accept this is a step up for you as well?
Per me essere qui è una grande opportunità, soprattutto affrontare Francesca che è una grande atleta, un gran pugile, quindi sono contenta di combattere con lei e di essere qui stasera.
So this is a great opportunity for me to be here. Thanks, Francesca. I'm pretty sure it will be a really good fight.
This is the first time you guys have met, I presume. Now that you've seen Fran, now that you've looked at her, now that she has seen Fran for the first time, are you sizing her up? What do you think? She's sizing her up. What does she think about Fran? Size, demeanour?
È la prima volta che la vedo, non me l'aspettavo più alta, era come me la immaginavo, non me l'aspettavo così.
That's what I was expecting, honestly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Brad, let's come to you. Because we were all enamoured by her performance in January. She's got the shades and everything now. She walks and talks like a superstar. She's not behaving like a superstar in the gym, is she?
Yeah, she's from the start, from the get-go, each fight, the more and more she's gained experience. The last fight, you can't buy the experience she's gained from there, and I'm expecting a special performance on Saturday night from her. She's got superstar potential, and we're going to see it on Saturday night.
Ben mentioned it earlier, we're potentially one win away from a world title fight.
Yeah.
Is she ready for a world title fight already?
She's ready. I see it every day in the gym what she can do. She's ready. I've been around boxing my whole life too. I know what it's all about, and she ticks all the boxes. She's ready to go.
And Fran, one last one for you. At 21 years of age, to be a role model for young girls up and down the country, what's that like?
I still want to do a lot more and be able to help obviously the young generation look up to me. That's what it's all about. I was once, that younger generation who was looking up to great fighters. So that's what it's all about for me. You can be, whatever you want to be in the ring, but if you're making an impact outside, hopefully eventually I can do that in my career.
Absolutely sensational co-main event here for Saturday night. Now, let's get there. Let's get to that main event, shall we? Because that's why everybody's here. That's why everybody's salivating. AZIM versus Steve Claggett. 12 rounds. Somewhat of an eliminator in this super lightweight division that is absolutely red hot right now. We've also got Shane McGuigan and Mike Moffat up on stage with us. Adam, I'll start with you. This time last year, 2025 started so well, but then through injuries and pull-outs and frustrations, we maybe didn't get the year we were hoping for. 2026 has got to be your year, hasn't it?
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming down. It's great to see some familiar faces around. Look, everything happens for a reason. Like, I know 2025 wasn't my year, but I still got a fight in. I still managed to get a fight in. obviously this is a massive fight on the BBC platform, and obviously the altercation that happened in January where I had a hand injury, now I'm back in action, ready to go, and I've got a really tough opponent right in front of me, so I'm not looking past Steve Claggett, but I want to get the job done on Saturday night.
How close do you feel to being ready for this world title, and what have you got to do on Saturday to prove to the world?
Just going to be myself. I'm just going to be AZIM, clinical performance. If the stoppage comes, that would be great. Tiafimo, I had a great fight with him. I'm going to have a great fight with him as well. So I'm looking forward to it. And training camp's been tremendous, and probably the best training camp I've had. So I'm looking forward to it.
Steve, Tiafimo Lopez described you as the raging bull. Have you come to London to smash things up?
Absolutely. I came here with one job, and I plan on seeing it all the way through.
Before we came up on stage, I asked if you were enjoying London, enjoying the heat. You said it doesn't matter, this is my destiny. That's how you feel? Do you feel, is this your destiny, or do you kind of feel like this might be your last chance?
I put my whole life into this game, and I'm ready to show it on fight night. And the fight's the fight. Details, they'll all be sorted out in the ring.
I'm sure you've watched plenty of Adam on tape in the run-up to this fight. How does he compare to, say, the 50 previous opponents you faced?
He's very good. He's sharp, he's fast, but every fight is a new fight. So we prepared for the very best version of him.
Shane, this is a dangerous opponent, of course. At this level, of course, it's going to be. There's so much expectation around Adam with British fight fans, world fight fans. Matchmaking now, is it going to be really strategic at this point?
Yeah, obviously he's very well ranked in the governing bodies, and you've got Hitchens has just moved up, and you've got a lot of movement within the division. So, we couldn't sit around waiting on a vacancy or an opportunity to come up for a belt. So we picked someone that Adam can gain experience with, and I think Steve Claggett, he's had, this is his 52nd fight coming up, but he hasn't been stopped in 15 years. I don't even know, you can't find footage of him getting stopped. You can see him walking straight through to a female's power. He's durable, he's going to set a high pace. He's everything that Adam needs before going to the world level. And I think it's always a risky business matching somebody at world level like that. But we're very confident in our man.
High risk, high reward. I guess this is the final litmus test.
Definitely so. It's we won a world title after this, and there's huge names there. As I said, lots of movement, but you obviously got the Goldsmiths just won a world title. They've been paired against each other for the last couple of years. Adam wants to do the same. He wants to go out and win a world title. He's one. I've worked with some amazing talents over the years. George Groves, Josh Taylor, many world champions. And this guy supersedes them all in terms of ability. So if he doesn't become a world champion, I would be incredibly shocked, and I think it's only marathon.
Mike, come to you. Steve, of course, is renowned for his chin and for his incredible gas tank, his relentlessness. But is this fight more about experience?
Absolutely. Listen, don't get me wrong. Adam AZIM is an amazing fighter, complete fighter, well schooled, he's got speed, he's got power. But they ask for a big challenge. He doesn't know what he's getting into, man. Pressure that he puts, he's easy to watch on videos, but when he gets in the ring, it's a different game, man. And good luck to both of you. It's gonna be a good fight.
You've got a lot of experience in the game, Mike. You've worked with a lot of great champions. Where does this guy rank with the fighters you've worked with over the years?
Every time he enters the ring, I feel motivated. I feel with he puts good fight. He's gonna force Adam to fight. He's gonna walk to him. He's gonna oblige him to throw punches. Will he feel comfortable? We'll see how good of a fighter he is.
Steve, the arena's going to be pumping on Saturday night. All these fans are turning out for one reason. They want to see AZIM secure himself a world title fight at your expense. What message have you got for those fans who've bought tickets and everybody watching at home?
Well, the fans don't fight. The fans don't fight. The guy in the ring is the one who does the job. So I don't have a message for them.
I think you're on a run of 5 knockouts right now. Some would say the form of your career. Where are you in terms of your athletic prime? Are we coming to that point now? Are we coming to the peak?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I'm only 23 years old. He doesn't realise my guy's tank is probably better than his guy's tank. I'm telling you right now, I'm the most fittest guy in the boxing ring, and you're going to get anyone fitter than me.
And have you got one final message for these fans tuning in on Saturday night?
Tune in on Saturday night. Make sure to watch it on BBC 2. It's going to be a tremendous fight. Make sure to watch the Champions League final as well, and watch the Rugby League final as well. So yeah.
Ben, the IBF have just ordered Delgado versus Biaslano for the vacant super lightweight world title. Will Adam be in line to face the winner if he comes through on Saturday?
Yeah, look, he has to win on Saturday night, but he'll be the highest ranked fighter after those two. For me, the commercial star in the entire rankings is the fighter that brings the money to that division, and he'll be fighting for, I believe, the winner of that fight. We'll see when that gets made. I saw that it was ordered, but that's the goal here. And we've been focusing on that IBF title for a while now. Gustavo Lemos disappeared. Steve Claggett, unbelievable replacement, came in off the back of 2 knockouts and ready to go. It's a great, great fight on Saturday night. Everything is on the line. And people get to see, for me, one of the superstars in world boxing live on the BBC.
A small number of tickets are still available. Visit boxer.com for more information. All the action, remember, is available to watch live and for free on BCI Player and BBC 2. One final thanks to all our partners, Betfred, Riyadh Season, Pepe's Piri, That's What Eyes Guy, Tixer and Champion. Right now we're going to break these stages down. We're going to get these guys head to head for a face-off. Let's start with The English welterweight title fight, the challenger Will Harrison is the champion Joel Kanua. Both fighters unbeaten as professionals. Will, the current Central Area champion. Joel making the first defence of his belt on Saturday night.
Sit down, please, lads. Everybody sit down, please. Sit down. Sit down.
The first title fight on the card, the welterweight English title, Joel Kanua, Will Harrison. Thank you, boys. Joel Kanua, Will Harrison. Next up for the IBO Cruiserweight Championship, Jürgen Alderdash versus Austin Mandy. Challenger took the fight at just a week's notice for coming off the biggest win of his career so far. Jürgen Alderdash 21-1 with 8 knockouts, fighting out of Albania via London. Mandy's 14 wins include 11 knockouts. The power is with the challenger. Jürgen Alderdash, Austin Mandy. On to the chief support. Aurora De Persio taking on Fran Hennessy. WBC Silver Bantamweight Championship is on the line. Aurora, the current Italian flyweight champion, stepping up a couple of pounds to shake on Fran. One's 8-0, the other one 8-1. Aurora, one loss on it, but avenged it with a stoppage as well. Some serious gum chewing going on. We're trying to psych each other out. Fran Hennessy, Aurora De Persio. And last but certainly not least, let's get on to our main event. Steve Claggett taking on Adam AZIM. Claggett, 36 years old, into his 52nd contest. A former world title contender, 28 knockouts in his 40 wins against the UK's own. Undisputed, 14-0, 11 knockout, 23-year-old sensation, Adam AZIM.
Easy, man!
AZIM versus Steve Claggett. Destiny awaits. What a sensational main event.
Come on, big shot.